Welcome to the Muxall Open IoT channel. I am your host, Michael Klein. Alrighty, so today we're going to work on Joshua's custom faceplate. It is a Pellet Pro. Here's a picture of it. He's also kind enough to send me the dimensions of it. This is since it's nice and square, this should be pretty quick. Yeah, I was going to do a little review of this, kind of like what I did with Jeff's Pit Boss controller, but I don't have this. This is Joshua's. I'm sure he's using it on his grill and probably didn't want to send it to me since he's using it, right? But I mean, we could do a little bit of a look at it, maybe pull up the manual. But one of the things I wanted to show you that I was just super impressed with is look at the conformal coating on this baby. I mean, that is beautiful. I mean, it looks like glass. It's so thick. I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful. Now that is the way you do proper conformal coating. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. I mean, the front of the controller, you know, looks like it's kind of peeling up, but I don't know if that's just the protective plastic on it that's coming up and Joshua just never pulled it off or what that is, but that is just gorgeous. I mean, it's just wonderful to look at. But yeah, we'll have to take a look at it. I don't think we can identify any of these chips or anything, so it would be a pretty short video, right? Yeah, it also has this nice external fuse. I like that. That's pretty nice. If I had room, I'd put something like that on mine. It only has one external probe, and it's got this nice little feed button. That's pretty nice. It's like if you change pellets out and you want to clean out the auger, or if you run out of pellets and you just want to feed, kind of prime it, you can just hit that feed button. I'm guessing that's what that is. I haven't looked at the manual for it. Yeah, it's back to what we're doing. This is not a review of the Pellet Pro. We're going to draw it. So we'll just put him away and come over here. So let's see, we need 76 wide by 130 tall. And he was kind enough to put it in millimeters for me. That's very nice. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I've already saved it off as Pellet Pro V11 or V1. Let's see what we've got here. Oops. We'll measure it from the top. I'll just look at the sketch. That'd probably be easier. Edit sketch. Okay, so Muxall Pro is 140 by 70. Let's see what I say his was. His was 130 by 76. So it's a little bit shorter and a little bit wider. I guess while we're looking at that, let's look at the inside, because the outside's probably not nearly as important as the inside is to make sure our electronics are going to fit. So let's see, we got 63 wide by 99 tall. Okay, well, I had to put my thinking cap back on and remember where I had the dimensions for the cutout, and then it dawned on me that I could just go look at the PCB and see what its dimensions are, because basically everything fits in the PCB. So let's see, we've got, looks like 105 by 56. So that does sound, let's see, I think, what was his? His was 90, where are we? 90, oh no, that's the outside. So the inside is 99 by 63. Well, I don't know, that doesn't really tell us how big the cutout is. So it's 76 by 130 is his faceplate. I'm guessing what he's talking about is maybe the dimensions of this right here. But is that as large as the cutout is? I don't know. And we may have a little bit of a problem. So 63 by 99, and let's see here. Well, the PCB will fit in it, but you have to remember right here is where let's see, I have a picture of it somewhere. Yeah, so So right here is where the probes plug in, and it's 64 inches wide, but this doesn't go inside the cutout. The jacks for the probes need to fit in there, plus the toggle switch. So yeah, so we need this pretty much this whole 105. And I think we've got the width licked. 56 millimeters is is pretty narrow. Yeah, we're 20 millimeters, not as wide, but we're pretty long on it. So oh. Well, I missed this. You guys that are watching this video are probably yelling at me, but yeah, he put it in bold letters here. The cutout where the electronics go is just a bit larger than the dimensions of the shaded area. I don't know if a bit larger. See, we're 99 so we're about 6 millimeters shy of the cutout size we need. It may fit. Okay, well, I went and verified that we're going to need this whole 105 millimeters of hole space. But if you remember, we might be able to fit it in there if we kind of move it around a little bit. Like I said, we're only about 6 millimeters, and plus he said it's a little bit wider. So let's say, maybe you got 1 or 2 millimeters on each end, which would give us, let's say 4 millimeters, so that would be 103. So now we just need 2 more millimeters. I think we can maneuver it around in there. Like I said, it's going to be plenty wide enough, but it's just, yeah, we're dealing with this height thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just design the faceplate for it and keep my fingers crossed he can get it in his cutout. So yeah, let's get started. I'm not going to do anything with this, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the sketch out. Let's go look at this guy real quick. I guess the first thing, looking at his picture, he had a lip on it, so I guess I'll go ahead and keep the lip. Well, now it looks pretty flat. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but this is probably the better picture. Yeah, so it looks kind of flat. I thought it had kind of a lip right there. I'm going to go ahead and leave the lip there, and we're just going to expand this guy. So let's see. So we want to edit this guy. Let's see, it said 133. Is that right? Oh, here we go. 130 by 76. So what happens when we change this to 130 and 76? All right, finish. And it's probably messed up all my dimensions in here. I'll have to go check that here in a sec. Oh yeah, you can see it's messed everything up. So yeah, because I'm a lot of my measurements are based on the outside edge. All right. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, I lost some chamfers down here. These are errors down here at the bottom. All right, let me think about this a little bit. I'll be back. Okay, so I was sitting there looking at this, and I thought to myself, I said, well, I might as well just show you what I'm looking at. You can see where I'm having some problems with this. So as you can see, so here's the outside edge right there, right? And a lot of these dimensions are based on the outside edges. So I get everything centered and that sort of thing. The smarter thing to do is I probably should have based everything on the center of the design instead of basing it on the outside edges. That way I could resize the outside without it affecting anything. You know what I mean? So like instead of, let's see, if I wanted to make this, the location of this block right here, I would base it from the center line drawn through here. So if I just drew a line through here, right, and then I would base the dimension from the center line up instead of the outside edge down. And then when I if I move these outside edges around, it wouldn't affect the dimensions, right? Because it's based on the center, not the outside. I guess it might a little bit, because it would probably, if I move, well, now if I move it symmetrically, it shouldn't matter, right? The center is the center is the center. Let's see, if I move this one down, I don't know, that would be interesting. I'll might have to try that one of these days, but I'm not going to redraw it right now. I had another thought. The thought was, this is going to be a bit how you doing, I'm sure, but oops, let me finish this sketch off. Was I thought about drawing a smaller box, do a new drawing, making a smaller box with the right dimensions like that. So that it looks something similar to that. It's a little bit wider, a little bit shorter, and then just subtract the difference. I don't know, that might be a bit how you doing. And that, thinking about it, it might not really matter if it's a little bigger. I mean, it's 130 and we add an extra 5 millimeters on each side of this. The width, increasing the width is easy because I can just add a box to the outside of the cutout right here. I can just add more. Adding more doesn't change anything. It's when I subtract or shrink this thing down is the problem. Okay, let me think about it some more. Okay, so I've been thinking about it a little bit, and I think what I'm gonna do, just so I could see it more visually in my mind, is I think I'm gonna draw Joshua's drawing in a new file and put the holes where they're supposed to be in the shaded area, and then I can put that overlay it on this guy and kind of get a better idea of what I need to move around. And because I'm having as simple as this looks, I need to make sure the holes are in the right spot, and because right now so that's 7.8 millimeter, about 7.9 millimeters. And if I make this shorter, then I need to make sure all the electronics are going to fit in. Just for me anyway, I think it's going to be better. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to come up here and let me close this. Let me go ahead and, I guess we don't need to save it. I haven't really done anything yet, have I? We're going to do a new design. Okay, this is going to be real quick. This will be you can see how to do a new design. So we're going to create a sketch, and I'm just going to lay it out exactly the way Joshua has it. So we'll do the outside first. It's 130 by 76. Okay, so we're going to create sketch. All right. Oh, there's my square tool, my rectangle tool. I wonder what happened to it. So, okay, so we needed 130 by 76. So this is 130. This is 76. And now we need a couple 4 millimeter holes. Well, actually, let me extrude this a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this sketch. Go to home. I don't know, how thick do you think that thing is? Looking at the picture, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. It's got an inset. Well, we'll say it's about the same thickness as mine, maybe, we'll say 4 millimeters. A nice round number. So we're going to extrude this 4 millimeters. All right. And that's good. I'll go ahead and save this guy. Save, whoop. Que pasa? Save, where's my save as? Oh, haven't saved it as anything yet. We got our faceplate with the right dimensions. So now I'm going to add another sketch, create sketch on top of this guy. And we're going to add our holes. Okay, so we'll just pop one in there. I think he said they're 4 millimeter. So there's one. Okay, there's 2. Looking at our drawing, he said they're about 11 millimeters from the top and the bottom. So we're going to add a dimension in here. Right there. Oh, I got to guess that one pretty close, didn't I? And I'll add this dimension in here. All right, and I'm assuming they're in the center, so we'll need to draw us a line. Here we go. From the center to the center. Now this is going to be a construction line. So we're just going to left click on it, right click on it, and then say normal construction. And that kind of tells Fusion 360 that that's not to be drawn. That's just being used for my reference. Okay. And we're going to add a constraint to it. Believe it's coincident. I never can remember these things. I should. Oh, there we go. Okay, it is coincident. There's probably a couple ways to do that. Oops. There we go. Okay, we'll finish that off. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, we'll just go ahead and extrude this guy to the negative. All right. And do the same thing here. Right click on them, extrude, -5. I know it's only 4 thick, but you kind of get the idea. I'm just cutting all the way through it. All right, let's see, how are we doing? Okay, so we got our 2 holes. So we've got this view right here. And so the electronics go in this shaded area, which is 99 by 63. I could probably do that with a construction line. So yeah, let's do that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put that on another sketch just to kind of keep things sane. So I'm going to highlight this and say create sketch. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm not saying it, but I'm creating a sketch. And then I'm clicking on the surface I want the sketch on. So I want it on top and on this top surface. It's not actually going to the base canvas. It's actually being made on top of the surface. All right, so back to what we're doing here. So you go to the top. Now let's see, we need to create a box 63 by 99. So I'll just make a box. That is 99 and 63. Okay. Now we got to figure out where to put this box. So let's see here. Oh, here, he's got it right here. 6.5 millimeters from both edges. So I'll just go ahead and center it. I'm sure that will work. So to do that, I tell you, these constraints are probably one of the hardest things for me to learn, or to remember, I should say. I've learned them many times. I never can remember them. After I messed around with this for a little bit, I don't know. I've done this many times, but what I used to do doesn't seem to work anymore. So what I had to do, all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get to the middle of this. The square we just drew lined up, on our center point right here, right? And it used to be fairly simple. You just kind of click on midpoint and, okay, I want the midpoint of this guy on that. And that does work, except it puts it in the middle of this box. It's like the middle of this line right here instead of the middle. It's like it does both the midpoints. And I poked around and I do not see any way to change. It used to have a little parameter thing that popped up here, and that doesn't seem to work either. And I kind of poked around on the internet, and I was like, ugh, it's just driving me nuts. So I worked around it. As annoying as that is, what I did is I said, okay, fine. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to create a point, right? And I come over here, I'm going to find the midpoint And if you look real close, when you get close to midpoint, you can see that little, I don't know how else to draw, but it's a really light triangle that popped up, and that's the midpoint. It's telling you it kind of snaps in place, which is nice. Anyway, so I put a point right there, and you don't have to tell Fusion that's a construction point because it knows. And so then I'm just going to say, okay, I'm just going to move this point to this line, and that's it. And that works. And so, now it's got this, I guess the constraints for that point right there. Okay, so we finally got the box centered up. Looks like it's 15 from the top, 16 from the bottom. Let's check that. I'll put in one constraint. I guess I'll do it from the top. Put in this dimension right here, from here to here. And it's 15 from the top, right? Okay, so we'll go inspect the bottom, make sure it's 16. So from here to there is, 16 millimeters. Very good. All right, so I think we're done with Jeff's drawing here. I'm sorry, Joshua's drawing. And I guess we can verify 38 millimeters center. I'm sure it's right. Let me go check that real quick just to make sure everything's copacetic. Yep. Let's see, is there anything else? Well, that looks okay. So, if we look back at our picture, it kind of has a raised lip on it, I guess, where they mount the PCB, and we don't really want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and finish this sketch off and go take a look at it. So I think I'm going to, let's make this this guy a little bit thicker, this extrusion. This guy right here, edit, feature. Let's go ahead and make him 5 millimeters. All right. Thick. I guess I better go check my holes, huh? Yep, they're still there. Good. And let's do another extrusion here. Except we're going to extrude down, and I'm going to extrude down, I guess, 3 millimeters, I guess. Whoops, wrong way. Let's go edit this feature. So we want -3. Uh-oh. I guess that should have been -6, right? Okay, there we go. And the reason why I'm doing this is just so we can look at it a little better. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this over to our other drawing here and just kind of lay it over it or under it or somewhere around it so we can take a look at it a little better, okay? So to do that, let's see, we're going to go to body. I'm going to say copy. All right. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to create a base feature. And now I'm just going to right click on the canvas and say paste. And it gives us some little handles to move around. So let's just say okay. Let's take a look at where we're at. Oh, I copied it right over it. So let's see here. Oh, let's edit our base. I guess we'll just move this. Can we move it? I can't right click on that. Bodies. Oh, I haven't finished my base feature yet. So, okay, so let me click on it. Click on it. Oops. Click on it. Right click. Let's see, move. We want to move the whole body of this guy. And up, down, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Now let's go take a look at them. Let's see, I want to move it. Let's move him again. Bodies. Oops. Body. Actually, let me move him up. Let's see. Now, try to see if I can change the opacity. That's easy for me to say, right? Let me finish this guy real quick. Let's see if that makes it. So I want to select this guy. Oh, now there we go. Let's see, edit. Oh. Well, I thought I could change how it looked. All right, give me a second. Okay, so I think I thought of a way to look at this guy, and I'm just going to, the way it's set up now, I have the bodies laying on top of each other. I'm going to turn off the bottom body, but I'm going to, which is the Muxall control faceplate, but I'm going to leave the sketch for it turned on, and then I'm going to I did a top view, and I basically just moved this guy. I'll show you real quick. It doesn't really take long. Let's see, move. And we want a body and select. Basically what I did is, so here's the sketch. So here's a sketch of the faceplate. You can see there's where my mounting holes are. Here's the LCD right here, button panel and power switch and jack area. And I just kind of moved it over like this. I lined the holes up right here, kind of centered them up manually. I didn't do anything fancy. And then I was kind of looking at it and I kind of moved it down a little bit. And I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So see these holes? So right here, these blocks right here hold the LCD. And this hole right here is right smack dab next to it. And I moved it, I mean, it's basically going to be touching the LCD. Let me go ahead and center them a little better here. Whoops. All right, then if we come down here, these blocks right here, if you can see them, it's, let me say okay to this. Yeah, these blocks right here hold the button panel. As you can see, there's a mounting hole right there. And I think this line right here is the actual edge of it. I don't remember. But yeah, these blocks are what actually hold the button panel up. And I know it's kind of hard to look at. Maybe it's a little easy. Oh, there you go. So yeah, so there's the button panel cutout. You can see that hole's kind of going through it, and there's the LCD. So you can, let me turn off this guy real quick. So here's the LCD cutout. Now these are just the cutout. Now the LCD is this big. See where these dotted lines are? Oh, yeah, so the LCD does come up to these, hits on these blocks. These blocks actually hold and keep it all in line during assembly. And the same with this button panel down here. These blocks here hold it all straight. So let me turn this guy back on. Looks like we can probably bring it down a little bit further. I don't know why the sketch look. Let's go up top here. I guess it's just the angle we're looking at. But yeah, you can see these blocks right here. This is the top of the LCD right there. If I bring it down, we'll be putting a screw through the LCD. And down here, this is the bottom of the button panel. And so we're going to either be putting a screw through the button panel or a screw through the LCD. So we got a little bit of a problem there. So I was looking at this, and yeah, we have more problems than just the holes. If you remember earlier, I said that the hole is a little bit smaller than we need to fit the controller electronics in, and I was going to measure this. Well, this is the edge of that opening. So from the edge of the opening to right there. See, what is it? What? This crazy thing. Well, I guess it's not going to let me inspect that. Here, can I inspect from the hole to the edge? Oh, there we go. So 2.91 millimeters. Let's see, it was 99 and we needed 105. So that's about right, about 3 millimeters on each side, right? So yeah, there's our and I was looking at the controller, and this LCD, which is this dotted line right here. I wish I wish I could highlight the thing, but anyway, it's this line right here. It goes all the way up to the top. It's flush with the top of the circuit board, printed circuit, the PCB, and that needs to fit through the hole. And if the hole's only this big, where this, yeah, sorry, it keeps highlighting it, but yeah, if the hole's only in the gray area big, right, then we have even more problems. He'll have to cut the hole bigger in his grill, and that wasn't the actual design. I mean, that wasn't actual goal of the controller, is to have people, hacking away at their barbecues. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see what Joshua wants to do about this. This is probably not gonna work for him, I'm guessing, unless he wants to start hacking away at his barbecue, which, let me see if maybe I can find a picture and see what that thing looks like. Maybe we can get a better look at it. All right, so I've been kind of poking around on the internet, and I went to this Smoke Daddy page and looked at, I finally found some cutout dimensions after probably surfing the internet for 30 minutes. I couldn't find anything on their site that had this. I finally found this on Amazon, and it gave me the cutout dimensions, and it was 2 5/8, 4 1/4 is center to center, and it's a 4-inch by 2 5/8 inch hole, basically. So off camera, I didn't want to bore everyone with it. I adjusted this sketch right here to those dimensions, and I copied and pasted it back over here and stuck it in there. And I mean, that's definitely a lot better. We are very close now. And what makes me think this is going to work okay is I think he'll have to, kind of to get it in there. But it says that upgrade existing attached to your trigger right there. So if it's obviously got to fit, unless they're talking just the new triggers. But I read on their website, it says fits all or most Traeger grills or something like that. I'm assuming as their controller fits in a hole this big, is definitely bigger than the Traeger's. Right? Because let's see, what is that? Let's go over here and look at that. What did I say the cutout was? It was yes, I just looked it up. It's 107 by 57, and I went, well, hold on. 57 millimeter, the hole in the Traeger is 57, and I'm telling you, my controller takes every bit of it up. And the Smoke Daddy cutout is 66.68 millimeters, which is, what they have right here, 62 2 5/8 inches. So how does that work? and you can't really, I mean, you looked at the picture that Joshua was saying, there's no wiggle room in that thing. You can't just in it in there, because it's got this, this plastic outer border right there, which I'm sure takes up every bit of this hole right here, right? I'm sure it takes up every bit of that. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, anyway, maybe they don't. I mean, gosh, I don't even know the new ones. I don't even know if they're that wide, but anyway, we don't really care about the about the Pit Boss. I'm sorry, the Pellet Pro. I'm just kind of wondering about that. But anyway, I think, man, we are close. I mean, this is, I can't bring the hole in really any closer. It's just going to make this gap bigger on the top. And so we've got, and this right here is already eaten into it. So that's about where we're going to be able to put it. And so here's the cutout opening, this gray part right here, right? See if I can't just highlight the gray part. Anyway, the gray part, yeah, sorry about that. Maybe turn off the sketch. There you go. So this gray part right here is the cutout. Let me turn the sketch back on. So we've got basically from there to, let's see if we can measure that. So from here, oh, maybe from here to this line. Yeah, so we got about 2 millimeters there. And I mean, 2 millimeters is not a lot, but let's see, what do we got here? It's probably identical on both sides. So from here, well, let me edit the sketch. Yeah. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right? Okay, I got it. And after all that work, it was 2 millimeters. So there you go. Okay, well, that was an exercise. I think we're gonna risk it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish and draw this thing, and well, I'm gonna flip this over real quick. And I'm just kind of looking at the back side of this. Yeah, so it looks like we need to shorten it some, and then widen it some, and then move our mounting holes. So I'll probably just go ahead and kind of do what we did last time, I think, oops. We seem to be upside down now. I'm not sure why. But, or I moved everything underneath the layout, the canvas, I guess. Yeah, I'll go ahead and draw this. Okay, so here comes the hard part. And that is trying to figure out, I don't want to have to redraw this whole thing. That would be a real pain. The problem is if I start modifying this sketch way down here, sketch number 2, which is, if you're looking at my mouse now, it's down here at the bottom of the screen, it's going to cause all kinds of problems upstream here. So we just need to translate all the features from that up into this, you know, without losing our cutouts and all this other fun stuff. And like I said, making it wider, that's pretty easy. Shortening it's going to be a challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and let's just start and see what happens, okay? So the first thing I want to do is here's my base feature, which is this Pellet Pro outline, basically faceplate, right, that we created a while back. And I'm going to drag this thing all the way down the timeline to right behind sketch 2. And I'm doing that so when I go to edit this sketch 2 right here, oop, where'd it go? Here it is. I want to be able to see that base feature. And if you watched my previous video, I really struggled with trying to use a picture to outline because I didn't know you could move these things along the timeline like that. So, okay, so now I'm editing the sketch. And there's a couple things I should probably get rid of. Actually, before I do that, let's get rid of a couple things. Okay, so here's the extruded part. Let me see if I can delete him without causing all kinds of problems. Yeah, see, it's referenced by other features. That's the problem. This is going to cause all kinds of grief, I'm sure. Uh-oh. Sketch 3. Yeah, let me undo that. So, darn it. Oh, maybe I can extrude it down. Unfortunately, yeah, let me try to extrude it down. Extrude down. Maybe that's what I did last time. I don't remember. I forget how far is extruded up. 3.18 millimeters. Don't ask me why it's such an odd number. I don't remember why. Okay, so let's see. Extrude. Negative 3.18. Okay. And we lost one of our little blocks there. I don't know why. So I'm going to have to extrude him back up. Edit sketch. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to highlight, extrude. Highlight, extrude. 3.18. All right. And I probably didn't need to do that now, but I don't want to forget about it later, okay? So now we can look at that. Let's just start editing this sketch and see how far we get before things really start going south. So we need to move this hole up here. And this hole is first we need to adjust its size to make it 4 millimeters. And now we need to translate it. Oh, let's see. Do I have a dimension on this thing? No, it looks like it's 5 to the bottom. That's a weird dimension. Why is it there? Let's see, let's see, will it let me move it now? Okay, there we go. Whoop. Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, this is probably not going to be the most precise, but you know, what can you do, right? Let's see. Boy, dare I get rid of this? Okay. Go ahead and connect these lines together right here. All right. And I'm going to do that at the top real quick. Oops. So can I move this? Oh, I sure can. Uh-oh. Let me resize it first. 4 millimeters. I'm going to move it down. I could make this a lot more accurate by, putting in some construction lines on these holes. But I'm not exactly sure this is going to work, and I think this is going to be close enough for a fitting, right? Okay, so I've connected the dots there. Let's see if we broke anything bad. Well, I don't see any warnings or errors popping up, so that's a good sign. So, okay, very good. Now, like I said, making this, let's go back to editing our sketch. Actually, at this point, we might start drawing new sketches, right? So let's look at this guy. Okay, this piece there, that piece there. Probably be easier to look at like this. So we need to widen this guy this far, from there to there on both sides, and we need to shorten the ends from there to there. Oh, well, anyway, you get the idea. Okay, so I've been kind of mulling over this thing and looking at it, and so all the dimensions are based on the outside. And by the way, I think I mentioned it earlier, but the proper way to fix this is to use these center construction lines, well, this one, and put another one in, and then take all these constraints and move them and have them coming off the center dimensions. And that way, if I move the edges in or out, it's not going to move where all the cutouts are and everything else. And I could probably do it. I don't know how long it would take. It'd probably take, a couple hours, maybe not that long. It depends. But I really didn't want to do that, even though that would probably be, the best. And maybe, what I should do? I should probably do that on the original drawing. And then every time I copy it and make one of these custom ones, I'll do it. So that's what I'll do. I'll do it on the original one. And then next time I won't have this problem. But for this one, this is going to be, down and dirty, quick and ugly, whatever you want to call it. It'll be accurate. I mean, don't get me wrong. But yeah, we're going to do some things that probably will make a lot of CAD designers cringe. So here we go. Okay, so let's go back. Let's just edit this thing and let's just get this thing done. And because like I said, we just want to, this is kind of a proof of concept, right? So these things right here. So I do need to put in, some kind of support around this circle right there, around the hole. And we can't really go off into the, let me turn this thing off. It's driving me nuts. So I need to put something like this around that. So we need a square. I guess a square should work. I've got half a mind just to bring this whole thing up But I need it for the potting material. Actually, yeah, let me do that. I like that idea. So can I bring this whole... Oh, there we go. It's gonna make me dimension it. Let me get rid of this dimension. Oop. Quit. All right, now I should be able to move it. So if I move this all the way up here, right? And I'm gonna do that to the top, move him all the way down here. Oh, oops. Don't want to do that. Keep on. Oh, I know what's going on. Oh, I didn't think I took a measure. I based a measurement off this. I don't think I did that on this side. Now everything's measured off. I should really fix this anyway. This is really getting to be a bit how you doing, but anyway, it is what it is. So we're just gonna move him down here. Oh, let's see. We want him around the hole. What I'm doing is I'm moving this line. We need, so we're gonna extrude this out so this will all be filled. We want to be able to give the screw hole some support, right? Maybe I'll come back a little bit with it. About that much. How's that sound? Okay, here we go. So delete. I'm gonna move this up. Yeah, it automatically added a constraint somewhere. I don't know where. And I wasn't gonna bother to go chase it down. Man, I tell you, that thing behind it is driving me nuts. Okay, so I'm just giving it about 4 millimeters there. I'm just eyeballing it, no big deal. And I'm gonna add another block in. I guess while I'm here, I might as well, right? And we can only come from, let's see, we'll come from here, we'll go up. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, let's say 6 and 9. All right, yeah, see, this hole's gonna be just kind of dangling. Hopefully it'll be enough, but this should give it some support right there because it'll be all attached to this block right here. We're gonna make this block a little shorter anyway. And let's see here. And this guy right here, oh, gotta delete this guy out. All right, I'll move him down. All right, about right there should be good enough. I know it's confusing, we got these dimensions in the way. And okay, so we want to add a block for him too. Let's see, from here over, what was it, 6 and 9? 6 and 9. I'm just kind of eyeballing the center of it. It's like I said, it's not that important. This is a rough and ready prototype. Okay, so I'm just having a look at this thing here. And let's turn our body back on. So we also need to make it a little bigger. So I'm just gonna make it a box. And let's see, what's gonna be the easiest way? So we need to start, so I'm still editing the sketch. I'm deciding whether I should try just drawing a construction line across here and using that, or just kind of freehanding it. Well, we'll try the freehand first. We've already kind of, we've broke every rule there is in CAD design so far, so why not? Okay. And yeah, might as well do it to the other side while we're hacking away at the leaves. That doesn't seem to line up right. And let's go up to the top. Oh. Well, if we don't crash the program from doing this, then I'm going to give Fusion a thumbs up, because this is just bizarre. I mean, it is what it is. It's okay. I mean, this gives you an option of how to do something if you're in a hurry and want to get something done, and I've already told you the right way to do it. I can change all these dimensions, and actually it might actually be, it probably won't be faster, but it would definitely be better. But I'll do that on the original drawing. Okay, so we drew those two drawings. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Yeah, so here's our external. Oops, I probably drew that on the wrong layer, didn't I? I sure did. This is, oh yeah. Okay, no hate comments in the video comments. All right. Yeah, I should have drawn that on sketch 1 here, which is the outline sketch, but I didn't. Whew. All right, so let's just finish this. Let's see what we've got going on here. So we're gonna extrude this part. Hold on, let me measure how deep. I think this is. Let me see how deep this is. I know it's not 140 millimeters. Oh, it's 2 millimeters. Okay. So we need to extrude this down 2 millimeters, which is -2, unfortunately. All right. Do that to the other side. Yeah, and we can combine these. I forget the command. I'll figure it out here in a minute. But we still need to cut some more away, so we might as well do that. I'm going to use a new sketch for that. I don't want to use the old sketch. So, but first, oops. You know what? Yeah, these things are just on the wrong. I'm going to delete them, and I'll tell you why. Is I need to move them on another layer, because we need to extrude this whole thing up. Oops. Sorry, I can't hardly talk and work at the same time. All right, let's go back in this sketch. Edit. And these two boxes here, are just going to delete them. Delete them. Okay. Oop, I thought I deleted that. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, who knows what was going on. Like I said, we're probably, if this thing doesn't crash, I'll be impressed. I'm going to move our our base feature all the way to past sketch 1. Let's go into sketch 1. I'm going to turn off sketch 2. Edit. Oh, maybe I need, oh gosh, I'm not going to be able to do this on this one, am I? Oh, there we go. Yes, I can. All right, so my brain wasn't engaged. I forgot to turn on the object. So it would be nice to, maybe I can do both of them on this. So we need to subtract this part. So let's go ahead and create a box for that. All right, and we need to add from here to, I know, it's backwards. There, and from there to there. All right. And finish sketch. Let's see what that looks like. You turn everything off so we can extrude this thing. Body. That's not it. Is that what we're looking for? No, we want this one. Oh, something doesn't look right here. Sketch. Oh, I know why. I don't understand why it's not letting me extrude to extrude to. I know it's kind of hard to see. Sorry about that. When I'm done, let me get back over in this home view here. So you can see I brought it up. Let me turn the body off so I can select it. Extrude to, and oh, there you go. Whoops. Oh, sorry, we don't want to extrude to, we want to subtract to. Let me undo that. This guy right here, delete. Or, no, I'll just delete him. We want to extrude, but we want to subtract. Where is it? Ah, new body, cut. Objects to cut. Objects to cut are not visible. Oh, maybe because I haven't. Let's say 2. Enter. Yeah, see, it doesn't like. How come it's not letting me? Okay, let me cancel this. Let me turn this body back on. Now let me flip her over. Yeah, let's see, bottom. How's that for a look? Oh, all right, there we go. So we want to extrude, and we want to cut. We cut, and we're going to this guy, and we want to do it 2. Whoops. Okay, that didn't work. Extrude 2. Okay, well that worked. How come it didn't work last time? Oh, where's my drawing? Oh, did I not do the top one? Let's see, edit sketch. I sure didn't. All right. Let's see here, body. Look at the home view. Let's flip her over. All right, okay. Extrude 2. So when you see it turning red like that, it's actually cutting. Okay. Very good. All right. So let's save this before it crashes. All right, so here we go. I don't know why I keep losing. It's got to be connecting. Anyway, it's it is what it is. Okay, so I want to extrude this part, and where's our sketch? Oops. I want this part, this part. Oh, maybe not that part. Let's see. Let's see, can we just extrude this? Extrude. We'll do it 3.18. Nice round number. That looks good. Let's see, where's that drawing? Let's see, extrude 3.18. Yep. Okay, yeah, I knew it was going to be kind of a half hole there, and might as well do this guy while we're at it. Extrude 3.18. All right. And let's flip this guy around and extrude 3.18. All right. And one more. Extrude 3.18. Excellent. Let's see, how does that look? Yeah, it looks it looks bizarre, but I mean it looks okay, I guess. Let's compare it to the Pellet Pro faceplate. It looks like, I mean, see, all the edges are lined up. I guess I'll try this orbit tool. I have never been able to do this orbit tool very well. Yeah, I know it looks kind of weird because. So here's the so this right here, this bottom piece is actually the Pellet Pro. It cut it out because of how far these things were extruded. In fact, I could fix that if you want, but it's not that important. Let's see, can we flip this over? So yeah, so this isn't part of it. I was just showing you that it is the same size. All these cutouts should have remained identical. You can see we're right up next to the LCD there, and looks like, oh yeah, that's right, because that button panel kind of comes down a little bit, right? So when you do the potting in here, so yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tight with that screw right in there. And let's look at that dimension real quick. I made those holes smaller, and I forgot to check the dimensions. So let's inspect this from here to here. Whoop. Wow, that looks weird. Let's get a better shot of that. Okay, so let's inspect from. Oh, I know what it's doing. Let's flip her over. It's because of the way it's. I could have done this, I guess, with the drawing, but okay. So let's inspect from. Come on. From there to. There, 108.2. That's too big. Or too far. Let's see. What did I measure it at? Said it need to be 4 1/4. 4 is 107.9, or basically 108, and we got, oh yeah, it's 108.02. That's not bad for doing it by eyeball, huh? Okay, so I am gonna call this. This should be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and 3D print it, so I need to export it. I'm gonna go ahead and print out the support beam with it. We might need it still for the LCD. And yeah, this looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna 3D print it. And let's see. I'm not gonna use the utility. Oh, what's going on here? What I'm looking at is why it highlighted the outline, the Pellet Pro outline we used, and I don't want to print that. So file, 3D print, no. Okay, yeah, see, I don't know why it keeps highlighting the one on the bottom. I definitely don't want to print it. That's okay, that's okay. What is this guy? Oh, that guy. The guy that keeps disappearing, he actually needs to be in the group, because he needs to be printed. I guess I'm just gonna remove this guy. Oh boy, I sure hate to do. You watch, it's gonna complain about this. Yeah. Well, we'll just hope he doesn't get 3D printed, right? 3D print. Okay. Save. By the way, just to let you know, yeah, I looked in my 3D printer, and I imported this file, and when I exported it, and yeah, I didn't export the bottom part with it, even though it was kind of highlighted. I don't know, some kind of weird, I don't call it a bug or whatever in 360, but yeah, I don't know why it was highlighted. Usually when it's highlighted in 360, it's getting exported as well, but it didn't, so we're all good. All right, thumbs up. Don't forget, you can support the Muxall Open IoT channel by donation using a credit card and PayPal, or by purchasing products at the Muxall store. Details and links are in the description under this video. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up, that helps, and hit the subscribe button, that really helps. If you have any questions or comments, post them in the comments under this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.